Hello, everybody. Welcome to our review discussion for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I am Dan Stapleton, and this is our reviewer, Brian Albert.
Hey, everyone.
You liked it a lot?
I did, right there.
This is Bobby Amos.
Hello.
This is James Faulkner.
How's it going?
All right, guys. For this one, I want to talk about kind of the future of Call of Duty going forward after Black Ops 3. You guys think that one of the main changes they've done this time around is the addition of specialists to multiplayer, the individual roles that really mix up what every different person is doing during a match. Do you think that going forward, Call of Duty is going to be all about specialists, or is this a one-time thing and should it be a one-time thing?
I think specialists are here to stay, and this is such a strange question for me to answer because like every time they've added something to Call of Duty, except for like vehicles in World at War,
oh god, right?
Yeah,
man.
I'm like, oh, I don't know how this game played without these. Like just the big like public opinion turns on like we don't like these super mobile shooters or like we don't like these specialists. I don't know how you'd ever go back because it doesn't take anything away from the game. Like you can still take whatever loadouts you want, whatever grenades, perks, but there's just this extra like thing that you have that other people probably don't. And it's fun, and the characters are not just generic soldiers anymore. They're like, oh, I'm the cool person with, I'm the robot. I'm the robot whose arm turns into a gun. It's just fun from a gameplay perspective and just from like a character design perspective. I don't see how you keep making Call of Duty without them.
And I don't think you need to do the same ones for each Call of Duty.
Some ready expand.
Yeah, you can expand or like take some or like each developer, because again, like there are separate developers that have different cycles that like you can have new ideas and like you're like I don't like these ones, so let's take them out and let's add new ones in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, all three of you guys hold modern that Call of Duty would benefit from going back to kind of that more pure, more simple, and yet still over the top and extravagant multiplayer.
I don't know because like so the best thing about 4 is probably my favorite Call of Duty. I shouldn't say probably. It is. It introduced perks.
Yep.
It introduced score streaks.
Yeah.
I think there were just kill streaks at the time, and it had like almost every single map in that game was amazing.
Yep.
And like it felt like
The guns are great too. Guns are great.
There weren't a lot of guns, but each one had a very specific purpose. Like it felt great then, but
Down when like we went to World War II and like bolt actions were a thing, and then they kind of just slowly started ramping it up more. And again, with Advanced Warfare last year, with vertical movement, and this year with I would call it horizontal movement, it just becomes back that. And I think people are a little bit more like I'm not gonna call it ADD, but a little bit more frenetic now. They want a little bit more like boom 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 rather than the like pacing of 4, which was still pretty methodical and like felt like Counter-Strike a little bit.
the only way I'd see Call of Duty going to something slower or back to a more traditional version was like if the entire sort of shooter industry, it's not really its own industry, but like if shooters all sort of careened back the way they'd come from the past 10 years.
It's all a cycle.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where it's going. Everyone wants people things fast right now, but even stuff with like Overwatch is like crazy fast.
So there's an obvious MOBA influence with the specialists.
I think it could because I'm a big Dota fan, and people love the pro player, but like in Dota, it's like I love Pudge. Like Pudge is this big hero who can like hook you in. He's this big fat rotting guy, and it's like oh, there are Pudge fans out there, and ban certain specialists you don't want to play against, and like I think there could be like Seraph fans or something. Like maybe not in this first one, but after some time, like and they spend time developing them, like that could be another hook for people that want to watch this as an esport.
How about you, Bobby? Do you like MOBA in your Call of Duty?
It's growing on me. When you first told me about these specialists, and
I remember telling you, and you were like,
I was
"What?"
like, wait, what is going on here? I'm like, what about my score streaks, and what about? I said, it didn't seem right. But once I got my hands on it and started doing it, it's not like you have it all the time. And like you say, most of the stuff I even get mad because I will unlike, like you say, division post. I call it, and you have to be precise with your timing of these things, or to be a waste, and you have to build it back up. And it's not to the point where it's overpowered, or you just like you seem like it's unfair. It seems balanced. And
it's a skill-based system. Like even if they don't really like it, the weapons aren't like technically like those are like skill, like gun skill, but like. Everything else, you have to be like, this is the time that I need to use it. This is the clutch moment, right?
Right. I mean, and they work so well with different objective-based games. Like I was telling you, gravity spikes, I bring that out for domination, or psychosis, where I want to distract the opposing team, where I can get that extra second advantage.
You send out little copies of yourself.
I send out those clones, and the other team's like, holy crap, it's 3 of them or 4 of them, what am I going to do? I feel like it's used well, and it's up to you if you use it in the right way. It's not you just go out there and use it dumb where you can, but if you use it smartly, it's going to work out for you. So I'm loving it.
I also feel like they use I'm really glad that they didn't tie it to like, okay, you can switch up like mid game, just because it locks you into like, this is how you're going to play map, this is your team comp, for lack of a better word, and like this is how you're going to play a match.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining us for our Call of Duty Black Ops 3 review discussion. Thanks to Brian and Bobby and James for participating, and be sure to find much more on Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on IGN.